Hi guys, if you are viewing my channel first time, please subscribe for further updates on machine learning. Today we'll mainly discuss about on decision tree. It is one of the supervised learning technique. In supervised learning technique, the prediction can be made. For example, here I have two variables x and y. X is my independent variable, y is my dependent variable. Independent variable can be a many like x1, x2, x3 and so on, but dependent variable is only one. For example, my dependent variable range is continuous, that means minus infinity to plus infinity. Then we need to apply the decision tree regression method. For example, my dependent variable range is binary or categorical. Binary means 0 or 1, categorical means true or false, yes or no. Then we need to apply the decision tree classification method. Okay, today we'll mainly discuss about on decision tree classification method, how to form a decision tree and also how to train the model and also how to test the model. And the mainly decision tree is derived from the one of the conditional statement. This is an example for the conditional statement: a less than b. If this is condition is true, then we are checking one more condition: a less than c. If this is also true, we are printing value a. Similar way here, based on the conditional statement, we are getting the respective output value. Here every condition statement I am representing with the decision node here, and every output printing box I am representing with the leaf node. This is a way we are forming the decision tree. The first decision node we are representing with the root node. Why? Because all the all the subtrees are connected to the main decision node. That's why we are calling it as a root node. The decision tree always is top to bottom approach. If you see, the arrows also drawn from the top to bottom, and also prediction also top to bottom. And the length of the decision tree should be always medium. It should not be max, it should not be minimum. Always we should take the medium decision tree. Why? Because the error in our model should be less. That's why we need to take our decision tree always medium. Okay, to reduce the length of the tree, we have different techniques. For example, max depth, splitting and max samples. Okay, max depth is the length of the tree. For example, this decision node splitting further, that's why I draw one line. This is a max depth one. Again, the my decision tree is splitting further. Okay, that's why I draw one more line. Then I am representing max depth 2. Again, my tree is splitting further. Again, I am representing 3. This is the max depth of my tree is 3. For example, I want to reduce my tree length, so I can mention to the decision tree I want to allow only the max depth 2. So my decision tree looks like only this much. This decision node will be replaced with leaf node. Similar way, for example, if I'm mentioning max depth 1, my tree limits to up to here only. Then this two decision node will be replaced with leaf node. Okay, this is a way we can reduce our tree as much as possible. Next is a splitting criteria. For example, this decision node splitting to 2. Let us assume this is splitting to 3. For example, I am mentioning max splitting criteria is only 2, so the third splitting won't happen. This is a way also we can reduce our tree as much as possible. The last one is a samples. For example, here I have taken the samples of 12 samples. Let us assume how we are going to divide the data set into the decision tree. And here the 12 samples I am dividing into the 6 6. Again 6 samples I am dividing into the 3 3. Again 6 samples I am dividing into the 3 3. The last 3 samples I am dividing into the 2 1. Okay, here I am mentioning the max samples criteria is only 3. Then my tree looks like only this much. This decision node will be replaced with leaf node. For example, I am mentioning the to the decision tree max samples only the 6. These are 12. This is a 6 6. My tree limits to up to here. This two decision node will be replaced with leaf node. This is a way we can reduce our tree as much as possible. And here in the decision tree classification method, the mainly splitting algorithm, we are trying to use the two techniques, entropy and Gini. By using these two methods, we can split our tree efficient way. Okay, then how to split our tree, we'll discuss more on entropy and Gini. For example, here I have taken the some example samples here. C contains all blue samples. That means all samples are the same color. In A and B contains yellow samples and also blue samples. In the both the data set, it contains both yellow and blue samples. Okay, these two nodes we are calling it as impure node. This node is a pure node. Why? Because all the samples having the blue. That's why this is a pure node, this is a impure node. Okay, I have taken the two data set. Data set 1 contains pure node. C is my pure node, and data set A and B contains impure node. A, B contains impure node. That means, for example, here zeros I am representing with yellow, and blue I am representing with 1. Okay, C all are 1 only. Okay, similar way I have taken two data sets. Let us calculate entropy for Gini for these two data sets. Okay, first before calculating, we will check the what is the formula for the calculation. What is the entropy? What is the Gini? Entropy is sum of I equal to 1 to C minus P of Pi log to Pi. Similar way, Gini equal to 1 minus sum of J equal to 1 to C Pj square. Okay, similar way we can use these two formulas. Then we can calculate the entropy Gini for the data set 1 and data set 2. First, I am calculating the entropy for the data set 1. Okay, here for the data set 1 contains all are ones. That means 12 ones out of 12 samples. That's why I'm dividing minus 12 divided by 12 log 2 12 divided by 12. Okay, here I'm mentioning the base value here. This is my log 2. This is a p value 12 ones divided by 12 samples. Similar way I calculated entropy, then I put it here. If I calculate the entropy, then my value is 0. For example, for the pure node, if I calculate the entropy, I got 0. Similar way, I'm calculating the Gini. Okay, here 12 ones are there. 12 divided by 12 whole square out of 12 data set. Okay, 1 minus 12 divided by 12 whole square, 1 minus p square. Okay, similar way, I calculated the Gini, I got 0. For the pure node, for the C node, if I calculate the entropy Gini, both are 0. Okay, similar way I am calculating the impure node, what is the Gini and what is the entropy for the data set 2. Okay, here how many zeros I have? 6 zeros minus 6 divided by out of 12. Log of 6 divided by 12, my base 2. Similar way I need to calculate for the data set samples 1. Okay, I have 6 ones divided by out of 12 samples, again log of 6 divided by 12 log 2. Okay, similar way I calculated the entropy for the data set 2, then I got entropy 1. That means max entropy I got. Okay, if you have small half of the samples are blue, half of the samples are yellow, then we'll get max entropy. Similar way I'm calculating the Gini. Okay, for example, how many zeros are there? 1 minus 6 zeros are there. 6 divided by 12 whole square minus again 6 ones are there. 6 divided by 12 out of 12 samples whole square. Similar way I calculated Gini, I got max Gini is 0.5. Okay, this is the way we are calculating the impurity node using the entropy and Gini. Okay, similar way we can use either of any one technique. We can split our tree efficient way. Okay, these two techniques we can use. Okay, mainly we will use Gini. Why? Because we don't have any complex algorithms here. If I use the entropy, we have logarithmic complex operations. The mainly sklearn, the default technique is Gini. So we can, if you want, we can pass our entropy technique to the sklearn so that we can form our tree using the entropy also. Okay, then we'll see the example how to calculate the entropy for the one data set, how to choose our root node, and also similarly we'll calculate the Gini for the one of the data set, and we'll see which one we can select as outlook. For example, here I have four independent variables. Out of four independent variable, which one I need to choose our root node outlook. Here out of this four, I am choosing this as root node. Why I am choosing root node as outlook? Here I am calculating the information gain. Okay, information gain is the entropy of the target node. This is I need to calculate the entropy of the target node minus sum of weighted entropies of child node. This is the sum of weighted entropies of child node. Similarly, I need to calculate the temperature, outlook, humidity, windy versus with play tennis, so that I will get the sum of weighted entropies of child node. Okay, so that we can calculate the information gain, which is having the highest information gain. Then we are selecting that as root node. Here play tennis versus outlook, we have highest information gain. That's why I'm choosing it as outlook as my root node. Okay, let us calculate how we are calculating the information gain. First, we need to calculate the entropy of the target data. This is my target data. Okay, I have drawn one table for the entropy of plate tennis. S, how many S are there? Total 9 S are there out of 12 samples, and 5 no's are there. So I am calculating the entropy for the same formula. This is a formula. Okay, minus how many S are there? 9 divided by out of 14 log of 9 divided by 14 base 2 log 2. Okay, next similar way I am calculating the no for the entropy. Minus 5 divided by 5 no's out of 14 multiply log of 5 divided by 14 same base 2. Similar way I calculated the entropy for the target data. I got this left side value. Target data, entropy of target data is 0.94029. Similar way I need to calculate for the child node for the outlook. Here play tennis versus outlook I need to calculate. What is the relationship between these two? First, P rainy is the weight of rainy. For example, here I draw one more table here. Okay, this table contain what is the relationship between outlook and play tennis. Here rainy, overcast, sunny. We have the child node of the outlook. We have rainy, overcast, and sunny. How many rainies are there? 5. If I check the blue color, how 5 rainies are there? Out of 5, 2 are S. For example, if you see, this is a no, this 2 rainy. This 2 rainy, one is no, one is S. Again, this rainy output is S. That means 2 are S, 3 are no. Totally, how many rainies are there? 5 samples are there. Okay, similar way I am dividing overcast. For example, overcast S, S, all are yellow or S. That's why 4S, 0. Similar way, I am splitting our data overcast. How many S are there? How many no's are there? Similar way, how many sunny S are there? How many no's are there? Just I am summing the complete data. 3 plus 2, 5. 4 plus 0, 4. 2 plus 3, 5. Okay, if I calculate all the samples, my total samples are 4. Okay, now I can calculate easily. Okay, what is a P rainy is? Rainy is 5 divided by 14. This is my 5 divided by 14. Weightage of the rainy. And entropy of 2 comma 3 I need to calculate similar way. Similar way how I calculated 9 comma 1, right? Similar way we need to calculate E 2 comma 3. I am putting the same value here, 0.971. I got the 0.971. E of 2 comma 3 plus P of overcast. Weightage of overcast is 4 divided by 14. Similar way 4 divided by 14. We need to calculate the entropy of 4 comma 0. 4 comma 0 is 0. If I calculate the entropy, 4 comma 0 is 0. Again 5 divided by 14. Why? Because the weightage of sunny is 5 divided by 14. I got 5 divided by 14 multiply with 0.971. Similar way E 3 comma 2, E 2 comma 3 both are the same. If you see the entropy of 971, 0.971, both entropies are same. E of 2 comma 3 or E of 3 comma 2 both are the same. Okay, here I calculated the weightage of entropies of child node. I calculated the outlook versus play tennis. Now I have got the information gain of outlook. Similar way we need to calculate temperature, humidity and windy, so that I got different gains here. Okay, similar way, what is the weightage of the hot? 4 divided by 14. And mild, what is 6 divided by 14. And also cool, 4 divided by 14. Similar way we need to calculate the entropies. We need to sum all the samples, all the weightages, then we'll get the entropy of the child node. Then we need to minus this one with this one, then we'll get the gain of the plate tennis versus temperature. Similar way we need to calculate the plate tennis versus humidity and also wind is the last one. Okay, similar way I calculate for the all the independent variables, so I got the information gain for the each and every data. Okay, which is having the highest information gain, that's why I'm selecting it as outlook. Outlook has the highest information gain. I'm selecting it as root node. This is my root node. How many child nodes we have? Rainy, overcast, sunny. Rainy, overcast, sunny. Here overcast is ending here. Why? Because overcast has all pure samples are S. Okay, that's why I'm selecting it as the node is ending here itself. Overcast all are pure samples. Why? Because all are S. 4 are S. No, there is no in the overcast. That's why I'm selecting it as S is ended here. And we'll see the relation sunny, windy. For example, we have the relationship between sunny and windy. For example, if the sunny windy is true, then we are getting no. For example, I'm going to sunny is always my green one. High, for example, we need to select the windy here. For example, sunny is false, then I'm getting yes. Sunny is false, I'm getting yes. Similar way, sunny is true, windy. Okay, sunny versus windy is true, then I'm getting no. Windy is true, I'm getting no. See, for example, if the sunny versus, I need to calculate the windy. For example, here the windy is true, I'm getting the prediction is no. Similar way, windy is false, I'm getting prediction yes with respect to sunny. Similar way, rainy. For example, if you see here rainy versus humidity, here rainy is high, rainy, humidity high. For example, if it is rainy and humidity is high, then we are predicting with no. See here, no, no. Here also no. This is high, humidity is high, this is no. For example, humidity is normal, we are getting prediction is s. Okay, just similar way we are splitting here. For example, here the prediction outlook is sunny, windy is true, we are getting the prediction no. Similar way, outlook is sunny, windy is false, then we are predicting with s. For example, if outlook is overcast, then we are predicting with s. For example, outlook is rainy, windy is high, we are predicting with no. Outlook is rainy and windy is normal, we are predicting with s. Okay, similar way we are forming the decision tree from the table, and this is a way we can predict our decision tree effectively. Okay, similar way we are calculating the same data set for the Gini. This is my independent data, this is my dependent data. Okay, here I am calculating the Gini for the target data. Here information gain of Gini, information gain is the Gini of target node. We need to calculate the Gini of the target node minus sum of weighted Ginis of the child node. Okay, similar way how we calculated the entropy, just we need to use the Gini formula instead of entropy, then we used to calculate the gain. Okay, here first the target data. Here if you see 1 minus 9 divided by out of 14, 9, yes, 9 divided by 14 whole square minus again 5 knows, 5 divided by 14 whole square. This is the 1 minus p square formula. Similar way I calculated the gain for 9 comma 1 for the target. I got this left side one. The right side one is similar way I drawn one table. How many rainy, how many overcast, how many sunny out of 14. 5 plus 5 and 4 is 14 totally. Okay, so here P rainy is similar way we need to calculate 5 by 14. Rainy is 5 divided by 14, and Gini of 3 comma 2 is 0.48. I just mentioned here plus 4 divided by 12. Overcast how much weight? 4 divided by 12, and the last one sunny is 5 divided by 12. Multiply Gini of 2 comma 3 is same. 2 comma 3 or 3 comma 2 is the same, and Gini of 4 comma 0 is 0. Then similar way I calculated, I got the Gini of the child node. Okay, then what we need to get information gain of the this outlook versus plain tennis. Then I need to do minus this one with this one, this target minus my child one, then I will get the information gain of outlook. Similar way we need to calculate the temperature, humidity and windy, which is having the highest gain, which independent node having the highest gain, then that one we are selecting it as root node, remaining things are child node. Okay, similar way we need to calculate for the Gini, and we can represent which is our outlook. Say I think similar way we'll get the outlook as our root node. I think best to choose the Gini is the best method. Why? Because we don't have any logarithmic operations here. Okay, similar way we can we'll go to the example on how to train the model and also how to test. Here I have taken on sample data set kyphosis, whether this is my target data dependent variable, whether present or absent, we need to predict this data, and this I can use as target data x1, x2, x3, these are the independent variables. Okay, here this data set contains totally 81 rows and 4 columns. Okay, this one I am dividing into the 4 sets. Okay, here the until 56, that means 70 percentage of 70% of the data I'm using for the train the algorithm. This much I'm using to train the algorithm, 70% of the data, and to train the model x. Here I'm dividing. If it is x column, I'm representing with x train. If it is y column, I'm representing with the y train. Okay, similar way, if it is x column, I'm representing with the y test. If it is x column, I'm representing with the x test. Okay, this much I'm using for the test the our model accuracy. Okay, we need to pass the x test, then I will get the y prediction. Then we'll calculate the accuracy between the what is the actual data, what is my prediction data. Okay, first we need to pass the x train and y train to get the model is training. Okay, once the model is training, then we can pass the x test, then we'll get the y prediction, then we can calculate the accuracy between the x test and y prediction. Okay, so, similar way we can apply the using the Jupyter Lab, we can try to apply the algorithm using the decision tree classification. Okay, these are the libraries I am trying to import to work on my project. Here these are pandas using to access the CSV file, and this is a numpy for the arrays. For the sklearn, okay, this is a imports we are using for the sklearn training and splitting, and also accuracy calculations. This is a decision tree classification classifier. We are using the one of the class to train and test the algorithms. And this is the three we are using for the plotting the algorithm, the last three. Okay, these two are using for first one is for the CSV access. For the numpy is for arrays, we will use for the numpy. And these three are for the model training and testing we'll use. These three are for the plotting we will use matplot, seaborn, and sklearn import tree. Okay, this is a data frame to get the data. Here we are accessing the same Kyphosis CSV. The same data I'm accessing it here, and it contains 4 columns and 81 rows. Data frame equal to PD is my alias name of pandas. Dot read CSV is my method. I'm passing my CSV, same CSV here, Kyphosis dot CSV. Then if I display here, this is my target data, x1, x2, x3. We have three independent variable, one dependent variable. Similarly, if you check here, absent, present. Similar way we can see here, absent, present. Okay, first 5 records I'm displaying using the head command. Okay, here I'm dropping the complete data set. Data frame contains complete data set. Okay, here I'm dropping the Kyphosis. This column I'm dropping it here. I'm mentioning that this is x. That means age, number, start. These three columns are x. Okay, if you see our data set, these three columns are x. Okay, then the y is my target data. Okay, this is my target data. Kyphosis is my target data. Okay, if you see here, I'm printing the x. What is x and what is y? Age, start, number. These three are my x coordinate. This is my y coordinate, absent, present. Okay, here we need to split the data. Okay, I know what is x and what is y. We need to pass to this method train test split. We need to pass the what is my x, what is my y. And here the test size, here I'm mentioning my test size is 30%. That means my test size is 30%. The remaining 30% I'm using for the test. For the training I'm using for the 70%. That means here I'm dividing the test size with 30% and train size is 70%. The random state, I think always we need to mention the random state with something value, otherwise we'll get the different prediction. Okay, to get the always constant prediction, we need to mention our random state definitely. And here I'm dividing our x and y into 4 parts: x train and x test, y train and y test. Okay, similar way I mentioned here, y train and x train and y test and x test. Okay, similar way I am dividing this x and y into the 4 parts. Okay, if I display 56 rows with the I'm using for the train the data, and 25 rows of data set I'm using for the test the algorithm. Okay, here using the splitting algorithm, either entropy or Gini we can use. Here we can pass to the decision tree classifier. This is my class decision tree classifier. It is from the sklearn. Okay, I'm just passing the argument as entropy or Gini. For example, I want to execute on entropy. For example, if I'm not mentioning anything, then Gini will be the initial criteria. For example, here I want to execute the our algorithm using the entropy. Always our sklearn will use the Genie method. Why? Because we don't have any logarithmic operations in the Genie. Only for example, for our test purpose, I am doing with entropy. This is the tree. My object equal to my class. I'm passing with the criteria. I'm mentioning with entropy. Here criteria I'm mentioning with entropy. I'm trying my data set. D tree is my object dot fit is my method. I'm passing the x train and y train. Okay, in the data set, this x train and y train I'm passing to train the model. This is for the training. Once if we pass to this method, then training is over. Next, I am plotting my tree. Tree dot plot tree is my one of the method in sklearn. This is a tree. Okay, tree dot plot tree is my one of the method in the sklearn for the plotting of our D tree. Okay, here D tree is my object. I am just passing my object here to plot the our decision tree. Okay, this seems like a very max length. Okay, if I am trying to predict my data, here I need to pass the x test. Okay, here I need to pass the x test, then I will get the y prediction. Okay, the similar way for the D tree is my object dot predict is my method. I am just passing the x test, then I will get the y prediction. Okay, now I got this one y prediction. Then we can calculate the accuracy between these two. Okay, here first before calculating the accuracy, we are printing the confusion matrix. Confusion matrix is the one of the method in sklearn. We are passing y test and y prediction. Here the y test and y prediction we are passing, and we will get the confusion matrix. This 16 and 1 are correct prediction. For example, if it is present, we are also predicting with present. If it is absent, we are predicting with absent. For example, if it is present, we are predicting with wrong absent, and if it is absent, we are predicting with present. These are two are wrong. This 448 are wrong, and this 17 are correct. These two metrics are correct. 16 and 1 as 17 correct and 8 are wrong. If I calculate the accuracy score for the this data, again similar way I need to pass y test and y prediction to the accuracy score. It is one of the method in our sklearn. Just passing the y test and y prediction, then I will get the accuracy only 68 percentage of my model accuracy. If I am using the same data as my training and testing, I got the only for the 68 percentage of our accuracy. Okay, similar way I want to reduce our max depth and calculate the accuracy, then we'll see how much accuracy we can improve. For example, this is a very complex tree. We should not be complex, it should not be minimum, as I mentioned in the introduction. Always we need to choose the medium. For example, I am selecting max depth as 1. Okay, similar way D tree one I'm mentioning my object name. Decision tree classifier I'm mentioning the entropy. Max depth is 1. Here I'm mentioning the max depth is 1. Previously I have not mentioned any max depth, then it is expanded our tree as much as possible. Okay, here I have not mentioned any max depth here. That's why my tree is expanded. How much longer, if how much long is possible, it is expanded there. Okay, the decision tree with max depth is 1. Here I am passing the max depth and also entropy, same method. Here same splitting criteria I'm mentioning it here. D tree 1 equal to decision tree classifier, same sklearn class I'm using. I'm passing the entropy and max depth. Here similar way I'm passing the training the data x train and y train. My training is over. This is my object dot fit is my method. I'm passing the x train and y train. My training is over here. Now I'm plotting my tree with the max depth one. As I mentioned, max depth only the one. Here splitting criteria only the one, then we are calling it as max depth one. Only one time it was split. If I calculate the, here I got the prediction. I am just passing the x test, then I will get the y prediction. D tree is my object, D tree1. Okay, D tree1 is my object. See here, and the same object I am passing it here, I am printing it here. Similar way D tree1, okay, D tree1 is my object. I'm accessing my one of the method. I'm passing the x test, then I got the y prediction. Okay, I'm just calculating the confusion matrix y test and y prediction. Similar way, this is my y prediction 19. 21 correct prediction and 4 are the wrong prediction. If I calculate the accuracy using this method, then I got 84 percentage of the accuracy. See, if I am not mentioning any max depth, I got only the 68 percentage of the accuracy. So that better to reduce our tree as much as possible to get the highest prediction. Okay, that's why I reduced the max depth is to 1, then I got the highest prediction. Okay, similar way I'm using the max depth 2. Here d3 1 is my object. I'm just accessing my class decision tree classifier. I'm mentioning the same entropy and max depth is 2 instead of 1. I'm using max depth here 2. Okay, only that is a change. Tree dot plot tree, here I'm mentioning the d3 1 and I'm printing 2 here. Max depth is 2, that's why 1 splitting, again further splitting 2. If I draw a line, max depth is 2. Similar way, this is my d3 1 is my class object, this is my object. I'm passing the x test, I will get the y prediction. Similar way I'm calculating zero point 0.8. Okay, here mainly max depth 1 only having the highest prediction. Why? Because 0.84 here. Okay, better to choose the max depth 1 in this case. For this my data set, better to choose max depth 1 instead of 2 or without mentioning max depth. Okay, this is a way we can just predict our max depth of the tree and without max depth. Okay, thank you friends, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please share and like. Thank you.